Hello and welcome to the Album Man, and today I'm going to be doing weekly rock news for the week of the 3rd of March 2013. So there hasn't been too much that's gone on this week. Most of the stuff's quite little stuff, so we're going to go over that, and then of course talk about what albums I've been listening to recently, as has become tradition in this series of recent weeks. Okay, so the first piece of news is that if you don't know already, David Bowie is streaming his new album the next day on iTunes for completely free, no strings attached. You don't need to pre-order or anything, just head over to iTunes and you can listen to the entire album. I've already done a full review of it. If you have not checked that out, do. It's a featured video on my channel. But it's getting pretty good views actually. It's already hit 500, which I'm really happy about. Well, it's very close to 500. So it seems most people who are interested, they have seen it. Okay, so the next piece of news is that Mike McCready of Power Jam, Duff McKagan, the ex-Guns N' Roses bassist, and Barry Martin, ex of the Screaming Trees, I think he's a drummer, they have formed a supergroup and are working on a debut album. The supergroup has not yet been named. I'll of course tell you, when this is named, so it sounds quite interesting. Anything with Duff McKagan in automatically interests me. And this supergroup mainly seems to stem from the drummer, Barry Martin, has been working with Duff McKagan in the band Walking Papers, who released an album last year, which I did listen to, and it was okay. It was alright. It was nothing particularly special. The single was alright, but I don't know. It did sort of underwhelm me. But they decided to recruit Mike McCready of Power Jam and form a group. They're not going to have a permanent vocalist. I thought Duff might sing, but no permanent vocalist. And they're going to have some guest vocalists. One of them that apparently has been, well, sort of, or at least consulted, is Jazz Coleman of Killing Joke. And they'll announce the different singers when they've finished it. And the album is set to be coming up by the end of the year. As also McCready, of course, is busy with Power Jam's new album. Okay, next piece of news, which is pretty cool if you live in a certain area, and if not, it's not. So, for all those people who live in Pittsburgh, lucky you, because the original lineup of Kansas are reuniting for the first time in 30 years to celebrate their 40th anniversary. They are playing on August the 17th in the Benedum Center, Pittsburgh, and they're going to be accompanied by a 35-piece orchestra for the first spot, then an intermission. After that, they'll deliver a selection of classics. So that sounds a bloody awesome concert, to be honest. Shame it's only in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh. That's a bit far. Well, I suppose, it is in the state of Pennsylvania. But, yeah, a bit far for me to travel from Liverpool in the UK. So, yeah. But, I don't know, maybe they might play. I doubt they will, to be honest. That's probably just a one-off. Okay, some sort of sad news, but there's a lot of sad news. We're going to have some depressing news. We always seem to every week. But Clapton is considering really to stop touring. He's going to be 68 this month, and really he says that when he gets to 70, he wants to stop touring. He said he won't stop playing or doing one-offs, but he'll just stop touring. He wants to take a leaf out of J.J. Cale's book and stop at 70. So, I wish he'd sort of reduced the price of his tickets, so, maybe it was possible to afford to go to one of his shows, because I'd certainly love to see Clapton, but they are so bloody expensive, his tickets. It's a shame. Okay, next, this is quite an amusing story, to be honest. A couple were arrested in Cleveland, Ohio, recently after an argument over the guitarist Slash and Eddie Van Halen escalated out of control. Right, so they were an unnamed pair. They were staying in Motel 6 in the city's Brook Park suburb, and just, talking about rock music. And there's a man who believed that Slash was the better guitarist, and a woman who felt that Eddie was the stronger guitarist. And the discussion became so heated that staff were forced to call the police. And on being interviewed by the officers, the couple did eventually agree to calm down, but a database check revealed they both had outstanding warrants in other locations, so they were arrested after effectively having an argument about who's better out of Slash and Eddie Van Halen. I certainly find that quite amusing. Next, the most surprising news of the week. No, I'm being completely sarcastic. Scott Weiland has been fired from Stone Temple Pilots. Oh my god, I talked about this ages ago because Slash said Scott Weiland's been fired from Stone Temple Pilots. And he only found out this week. I mean, he should have been able to add the stuff together. But yeah, apparently he's been shocked. Even though Slash said it, 3 months ago? And yeah, he's been fired. I couldn't care less. Don't like Stone Temple Pilots. Don't like Scott Weiland. Hope Velvet Revolver don't come back together, to be honest. I think that's a really pretty bad supergroup. Also, another little bit of news. AC/DC have launched their own brand of beer, if anyone's interested. Yeah, AC/DC Premium Lager Beer is 568ml of true German premium lager with 5% alcohol. Yeah, so, you know, if anyone wants some AC/DC beer, well, now you can have it. Okay, getting close to the end. Let's see, we'll go through the saddest news of the week first. So, this is that Trevor Bolder, the bassist of Uriah Heep, has said that, well, it was sort of suspected he'd had a heart attack a few months ago, but it turns out he's had cancer of the pancreas and had to undergo an operation in early January. He's been replaced in Uriah Heep temporarily by its JJ Jowett of IQ Arena and, and Frost. And it seems he's getting better. He seems he's on the path to recovery, which is all good. So hopefully he should be back playing with the band soon. Okay, on to a better note. Deep Purple have confirmed the title of the 19th studio album, and it's called Now What? A bit disappointing. I mean, you know, all the hype of teasing title just referring to its question mark, exclamation mark, and it's just called Now What? I don't know, I was expecting something a bit cooler, but I really don't really care what it's called, and it's going to be released on April the 29th, and there's going to be a single released, Hell to Pay, and All the Time in the World's B-side, oh no, it's double A-side even, will release on March 29th. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, give it a go, why not? And the last news is Trent Reznor has confirmed 9 Inch Nails are back. They're going to be touring in 2013 and 2014, and he, of course, in 2009 did that Wave Goodbye tour, and because he wanted to just, you know, get rid of 9 Inch Nails for a while, he thought, he was done enough with them. And now he's decided to bring it back, and the band now includes the former Jane's Addiction bassist Eric Every and King Crimson frontman Adrian Bello. So, I think that could be quite interesting. He's now touring again, maybe making a new album. I can't say I really know much 9 Inch Nails. It's one of those bands I really need to listen to. Really, I've only heard bits from Downward Spiral, like Hurt, which is a fan. I love the song Hurt. Also like the Johnny Cash version. It's a good cover. But yeah, I really like the song Hair. Really need to listen to some more of 9 Inch Nails. I think they're a band I might like. So that concludes the weekly rock news for this week. So I'll move on to what I've been listening to over the last week. So I'll start with the vinyls. There's been a couple of vinyls, but one of them I'll include in a future CDs and vinyls I bought recently. Yes, I bought some vinyls recently for once. I managed to get to a car boot sale, but that's probably going to be in March's CDs I bought recently. I need to do February's first. So I've been listening to Dio's Sacred Heart. It's just one of those where I was thinking, I have not actually listened to this album in full. So I thought, well, why not? I have it on vinyl. And this cover may not be in the best of conditions, but the actual vinyl itself sounds really, really good. It's a fantastic sounding vinyl, and just a wonderful, wonderful album. My favourite track probably is the title track, Sacred Heart. I do love that, but it's just one of those really strong 9-track Dio albums. He always seems to do like sort of 8 or 9 tracks. Just short, sweet, all killer, no filler. Wonderful album. If you're a Dio fan, haven't checked out this album, then just bloody well do. Okay, some other stuff. Been listening to a bit of Siva, Finding Beauty in Negative Spaces. It's one of my favourite albums. It's in my top 20 favourite albums of all time. Something that's always sort of on rotation for me. Listen to it every, few months or whatever. Love the album to death. really, honestly can't fault it. And this version also includes the bonus track of the cover of Careless Whisper, which in my opinion is one of the best covers of all time. Love the cover of Careless Whisper. Even though I don't like the George Michael song, don't like George Michael, really. Except he was pretty good with Queen. He's probably the best singer Queen have had since Freddie. Okay, next. Oh, talking about Queen, that's a nice segue. I forgot about this. Queen, Made in Heaven I've been listening to. Completely accidentally. So this is just another one of those, like the Sacred Heart. It's like, I have not actually listened to this. I've had very mixed things about this. Some people say, nah. Some people say that it's a really fantastic album. And I have to agree with people who say it's fantastic. I love this album. Now, I mean, I knew, quite a few of the songs. I knew Made in Heaven. Well, actually, I only knew the original Freddie version of it. I knew Mother Love. I knew My Life Has Been Saved, and It's a Beautiful Day, and Winter's Tale. So I knew about half the album. So I thought, yeah, listen to it all the way through. Really enjoyed it. Freddie's voice, even though he's clearly dying on this album, it still sounds really good. They're just really strong songs with really catchy choruses. And considering they just had to piece stuff together, and this was released, what, 4 years after he died or something, really is a fantastic album. And actually one of my favourite Queen albums. I've always found with Queen, albums like News of the World, which is always considered a classic, I've always found that, yes, it has its wonderful songs like We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions, and, Spread Your Wings and stuff, but there's quite a bit of stuff on the album that really is just filler, and it's just like, And I've never thought as an actual album, it's that good. But this, I think, end to end, from It's a Beautiful Day to the reprise of It's a Beautiful Day, just fantastically strong. Okay, now I've been listening to a very weird album, Tours Enema. Picked this up a couple months ago for 50p at a car boot sale, and decided I'd check it out. And my opinion on it, well, I don't even know what I think of this album. I genuinely don't. It's extremely weird. It reminds me of sort of, well, if King Crimson were progressive metal, I suppose. It's exceptionally strange. I can barely describe it. I think I like it, but I don't know. I found it very weird, and I probably need to give it another listen before really having a full opinion on it. But the songs I really like Stinkfest, the single, and I liked Third Eye, the last track. So first and last track, probably my faves. Third Eye is a pretty awesome 13-minute epic. And yeah, I mean, I think I like this album, but I don't know. It did sort of confuse me. And lastly, but certainly not least, as I've said before, I'm going to Prog Fest soon in April, and one of the bands I'm seeing on Saturday is Mostly Autumn. So I've been listening to some Ghost Moon Orchestra. This is their newest album, which was released last year, in fact, and features Olivia Spearman on vocals, the first album to feature her on vocals. And if you don't know who Mostly Autumn are, they are a progressive band. They've been around for quite a while, to be honest. And yeah, just a sort of quite a soft prog rock band, but one of those that sort of crescendos into some big choruses and stuff. Has some fantastic songs and albums. And yeah, this is, it's a good album. It has some really good songs like King of the Valley, particularly good one, the title track, Ghost Moon Orchestra, and Tennyson Mansion. Probably the best songs on the album, but yeah, it's a really solid prog album. Okay, so yeah, that's what I've been listening to. That's the weekly rock news. Hope you enjoyed. So this has been the Album Man. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to subscribe, and as usual, long live rock and roll.